kind of fixed it. I'm sorry about it. So Arctic should be going weighted down, all the way down. We have Trumpers in first. We had... Oh god, I should look at Din again. Benny was second. Where's your Benny? Benny not found. Let's see, where's Louis? There's Louis. There's Titchy. Then it was Tenji. Then it was Prismu. Oh, that's a bit too far. Trucker. Do we have Trucker? No, we do not have Trucker yet. MB. There's Swifty. Swifty goes ahead. Nicer comes then it's Strays. Okay, so now we've got everyone except for Benny and truckers having internet connections. Just checking if Benny got the invite. There he is, Benny. And Benny's going all the way back to second. So we have 13 people now. This should be okay. If this doesn't work again, I'm sorry, but we should get another roast. And I've told them to ready up again. Wait, Swifty and Titchy do not have teams. Come on guys, select your cars. Otherwise it's going to put you in a random car and you get penalty points for that. And so Swifty will be put in a random car. I swear if it crashes again, I will fucking murder someone. I really hope it doesn't crash again, that will just suck. And the timer's up. Please let it go right, please let it go right. Oh god, it's going to crash, I think. It says waiting for players. Oh, no, session start as... Oh god, we're on the grid, that's good. With the formation up. And did she hit someone, I think. He's out of the session anyway. It's definitely a one-stop as we can see. And it looks like the grid is set up exactly as it should, so that's good. And Dan's name is spelled right there. Rue and Danielle had contact, so they are already on the grid as well. And apparently that was Danielle's fault, as it says in the chat, so... Do not worry, Danielle, I have hit so many people on formation labs, it's not even funny anymore. Trumpes is really far ahead. I have to check the audio again. Yeah, audio works, so that's good. There's a bit of stream delay, but not too much, so that's good. Again, tire strategies. You can pit on lap 7 for hards or lap 8 for mediums. And everyone is starting on softs as it seems. The tires, interval. That's already good. There are the cars already on the grid. And there we have the new cars join in. Everyone is going to the slots. Everyone is lined up. Three lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's 5 lights and away we go. Looks like a very bad start for Tichy, and he collided with Swifty, and Swifty is out. And what is Tichy doing? We already have a 5-second penalty for Presume, who hit Danielle. But what is this? Oh my god, Tichy, what happened? and Tichy's gear was fucked up and he gets disqualified, and this is set for Swifty, who got caught up in something he shouldn't gotten caught up in. And I don't think I have time to restart, so there will be no restart for Swifty and Titch. Both of them are out of the race. Technical difficulties for Twitchy because his clutch failed. And when stuff like that happens, yeah, that's just, it sucks. In other news, Trumpes has to pit for a front wing replacement, but if he has the same speed he had in the 5-lapper, he will catch up in no time. So we have Trumpes going back in, as well as Marlino going in, and Prisma. And Marlino immediately speeds. Daniel or Prisma will get his penalty served, I imagine. Yeah, the team isn't working on the car right now, so he will start fresh without the 5 seconds. Marlino gets out faster, but he too has 5 seconds. He will serve on the next stop. Did he hit the wall? Doesn't look like it. So we now have Benny Bruno leading, followed by MBMA, and it's Louis. Dan is in P4, followed by X-Trace, Rune, Arctic Scroll, Daniel, Trumpes, Marlene, and Presime. Daniel also has damage, but decided to stay out for some reason. He could have boxed as well, because now he has the risk that the race might restart with his damage. Swifty has now left the session. Yeah, I've got no words for you, mate. So we will have another lap of safety car, I think. Let me actually check. The safety car lights on or not? Yeah, they're on, so they're at least at another lap. If Dan is smart, he goes into the pit now. And there he goes. He should have gone 1 lap earlier, because there is the risk the race will start without him, but that's his problem, not mine. Oh, How did you get damage at Eau Rouge and not crash out? I need to learn that, because in career I crashed out 500 times in Eau Rouge. And all of them were race ending, so... And at the speed of which Daniel is catching up now, I think we will resume racing next lap. Or at the end of this lap, I should say. There was a nice pit stop on the Haas side. And there's Daniel in the background. So it looks like we will have a safety car restart this lap. Also, I'm not turning on the penalties because I do not want to know who has penalties at the end of the race. Trumpers has gone on hards. I mean, I can understand it. And oh my god, did X-Ray just crash on safety car? He did. Oh. Oh. And with the safety car probably coming back in this lap. Yeah, safety car in this lap. This really is ruining X-Ray's chance on points at all. Because he has to pit as the safety car comes in. And I'll stick... I will see if the penalty thing goes down. Or if the flag removes, because that means he has served a 5-second time penalty, which hurts him even more. But let's go to the front. Benny Bruno and MBMA are going to fight it out. Safety car is in the pit lane. Benny slows down a lot, of course. Don't blame him. But it's a big mess there. And he's going. At the start of the bus stop chicane, he's going. But MBMA was not sleeping and he's immediately following. And I think Daniel has actually spun out on bus stop. Is there any damage? The car is intact, he's good to go. Benny and MBMA still fighting, going up to Eau Rouge. And now Benny has to defend, because the slipstream can be powerful here. As MBMA goes for the overtake, he is alongside, he has the inside, and they collide. MBMA spins around and falls down to P8. Very unfortunate contact there. And Benny is still leading, as it's Lewis spun out on his own, returns to the track kinda dangerously and falls to P9. Lot of spinning here today. And X-Rays did in fact serve a 5-second penalty. Only way he comes back in the race is another safety car. Meanwhile, Benny Bruno 2.4 seconds ahead of everyone else. Roon has made a wonderful recovery and is now in second, followed by Dan and Trumpers. Trumpers, of course, probably does not have to stop again. The same is with X-Trace. So this might help the two of them. So we're now into lap 5, but still no DRS. As Daniel now has the fastest lap in his hand. As Malino has 3 seconds of penalties added to his name. The gaps are looking quite big, except for Dan versus Rue. The Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo are really fighting for it now. With the Alfa Romeo losing a bit of time, but if he gets the exit right, which he does, he is catching. One 147.8 by Trumpus on the hards. And I think that's the now spun again. He has he kept his front wing intact again? Yes, he has. As the two are now going side by side, Dira is obviously helping here. And the softs under the Alfa Romeo have helped him pass the Aston Martin. Now he has 2.1 seconds to catch until he overtakes Benny Bruno. And after that he still has to make sure his pit stop is faster than, or he can beat Benny in the pit stop window. He goes kinda off track, but not enough for a penalty. And there goes, oh! Dan had a good race, but it's over now. And there's a new safety car. Dano and X-Tries are going to catch up now after a big crash from Dan Saunders. And that's because he ended up in the middle of the track. Obviously, big danger, so safety car is back again. Yeah, that was really sad. He was doing so good, he was catching up to Benny. And now he's out of the race, no points for Dan. And now we have Aaron in chat saying that he always hated Dan, even though he did say at the start of the chat he's his favorite. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but good friends. Let's see, we have MBMA in the pit as well as Danel. And Danel now also on hards. MBMA chooses for mediums. And I don't see why this should be a lone safety car. Obviously X-Trace is not happy with safety cars because he spins under them, but we'll see how it goes. This helps the guys who started on mediums. Because they can save the tires, go even longer for the soft period. As Dan has also left the session, which I do not blame him for. There was a very painful crash and it clearly took away a good performance. Because he was up in podium position, P3 when it happened, so is the safety car going to come in? I did see a green light. Why did the safety car give the green light? Now it's orange again. Safety car itself is not sure what it wants. But it's staying out. Okay. As everyone is now closing up, we can see someone going in the pit lane. It's Louis. Literally, it's Louis. He thinks his mediums have suffered enough and is opting to change for hards. And he will rejoin at the back of the grid. And the safety car will probably come in at the end of this lap. And if someone crashes now in the safety car, you're in the same situation X-Trace was in. And X-Trace has a 5-second penalty for colliding with Daniel XD. And it looks like Daniel also got the penalty. So both of them have 5 seconds added to their times. Or they're going to take unlikely pit stops. What I want to see is the battle between C-Trompus and Benny Buno. These two are definitely going to have a battle to the end of the race. Well, with pit stops of course. So the safety car is coming in this lap. So we will see Benny slow down immensely again probably. And Presumi has got 5 seconds of penalty, and I think Marlino also has it. And according to Dan, his back end just snapped and nothing happened before that. And I have to admit, I didn't see anything weird when Dan crashed. As Benny has gone again, and he has managed to surprise Rue, who is now falling a bit behind Alpine. And we're back on the green flags. And we already have a spinner. It's Presemer. And Daniel has a 3-second time penalty. And he has spun. And he comes back very dangerously. Presemu has to avoid him a bit. With no win, I must add. And he is still allowed to fight. But he doesn't, he's probably just going to give up the position. Yeah, yes, he is not going to fight Daniel on that. Meanwhile, Marlino and MBMA are fighting to overtake Arctic Squirrel. Arctic Squirrel, remember, started last and is now in, is now in P4. After the incidents and the 2 safety cars, of course. As Nicer Molino is now under heavy pressure from MBMA. They go side by side. Is he leaving space? He is not leaving space at all. That was a dirty move from Nicer Molino. Holy frick, that was insane. Now he of course has to pit. That was really insane what he did there. Oh, and MBMA crashes on the pit lane. That's just... I don't know, man. I don't have words for that. You cannot blame him if he gets mad at that. He was just taken out and immediately... As also Daniel has retired, and this has once again called for a safety car. What has happened to Daniel? I think I already know the answer. Didn't see his car though. And it's Louis has a drive-through penalty. He speeded under the safety car. Let me check. Yeah, I think you did have too much rear wing or too much front wing. Because what I think that happened is that your you did have 45 seconds. Now that isn't the 1 minute that was set, but it's more than you normally get, so they did leave a bit of time. And also no one expected it will be or yeah, how do you say it? For the qualify, no, everyone was confused, so they acted quicker. And for the race, I don't know, man. But that's number 5, that's out of this race. As everyone is now closing up again, it's Louis is fighting for some reason. What is this guy doing? He's overtaken under the safety car. Sorry, I was helping Daniel with the incident he wants to report, but as it's Louis goes off track there. Obviously we aren't going yet because Presamu is still behind. As we can see, it's Louis in the pit lane now. I doubt the safety car will wait another lap, so he has to catch up this lap if he wants to do something. He goes on mediums, that's a good choice. And the tires, the pit crew hold changed to mediums too for some reason. As this is a very nice camera angle, just like the cams from Fernando Alonso and Charles Leclerc. So it looks like Trumpes is going to have a pretty good start at this, as his hearts are not run out at any way. And Benny and Rue are on pretty old mediums. You can kinda see the tracks, or like the evidence of tire wear on the tires if you look closely. So those mediums should be replaced pretty soon. I think in lap 13 or 14 these two have to pit. Benny has the advantage that Rune can hold up Trumpes, but that only counts for how good Rune is at defending and how when he's going to pit. Other than that, I don't see Benny actually winning this. So the safety car is going in. But on a side note, Hart's going 19 laps is also a bit stretched, so Trumpes will have to either drive very carefully or pit again. So focusing on Benny again. Safety car is in the pit lane at this moment. And Benny is going, isn't going, he is gone. And there's the green flags. It didn't look like a good restart from Arctic, who is now further behind and is fighting for 5th place. Unbelievable, we've only got 8 people left. Rune, 3-second time penalty, and he has dropped 2 places. Strice is going to try it on Trumpes. He also has pretty old hearts, but I think his hearts can go a little bit further, longer than Trumpes. As he goes for the outside, and he's lost quite some time there. Oh, and that's X3's out. He can still drive, and I don't see damage yet. Maybe on the other side. Yeah, he's missing an end plate. Sorry, I was again helping Dano. Strompress is now 1.1 seconds away from Benny, and the tires of Benny are really going off now. He has no advantage on it again against Strompress. Oh, I've of course missed Benny going into the pits. I'm so sorry, I'm just helping Daniel, because I think this is his first ever league race, so I think Presemu is going to have a run on Nicer Molino soon, and it's Louis is fighting with Benny Bruno. They are going to fight in, I think this is No Name or it's the next corner. Artek has a 3-second penalty, but it doesn't matter that much, because he has 3.5 seconds to Marlino. And I think he's honestly up for second place here. In the meantime, the gap between Louis and Benny is reducing. But I don't think Louis can actually overtake the Alpine. We'll have to probably settle for 6th. Meanwhile, Presima has overtaken Nicer Molino. And looking at the dots, there isn't going to be a move made into turn 1, or is there? Yes, there is. And X-Trice has retired. And officially half of the grid has crashed out. Meanwhile, it's Louis has given up the fight. Looks like X-Trice retired on track. Or like went to the menu and selected retire. It didn't cause a safety car, however, so that's good, but it isn't allowed. Molino and Presima are still fighting, although Molino is looking to lose it. Let's see. All battles look like they have died out. There's still, of course, the fight on penalties, but don't think that does anything now. As Benny has set the fastest lap, he is chasing. We have a few reports in already. Good to see the new drivers say if someone was not being that nice on track, as to call it. In the meantime, Benny is obviously catching Nicer Merlino, who I have a feeling of isn't that nice. Louis also got a 3-second time penalty now. But the Alpine here being very fast. Obviously he has pretty new softs. But yeah, the speed is quite nice. Meanwhile, I think Arctic is catching up to Trumpus. Obviously, softs versus older hearts does of course have an effect, but Arctic does have a penalty that Trumpus doesn't have, so that's always a factor. But the question is Trumpus going to pit or not? I do not believe he is, but he will slow down more and more. So there's about 4 tenths gained between the start of the lap and now. But it doesn't look like this is Arctic's strong sector, as he's losing time now. Goes a bit outside of the curb on Puan. And as we can see, Rune now has a 3-second time penalty. I think he already had penalties, so it just adds up now, but I don't think Arctic is gaining anymore. Trumpus can now carefully drive out the race and still take the win. As we have Benny Buno catching up and being real close to Nicer Merlino. This of course is for podium place number 3. And if Benny is fast enough, he can even get into the penalty window of Arctic Scroll. Now on the Cannon strength, the rear wing does open up. Slipstream, DRS, don't think ERS, and he's past him. A nice overtake. Nice Melino obviously on hards had no chance there. And the tire management of Trumpus is absolutely amazing here. And now it's Alpine versus McLaren. As Arctic is 3 seconds away from Trumpress, so he is saving his tires, but there's only 3 laps to go. Who will take the second place? Will Benny get in these final 3 laps a penalty and thus lose out on second place? Or does Benny get within the penalty window and take second? It's going down to the wire here. No, sorry, Daniel. The rules state there is no braking assist, there is no steering assist, there is no pit assist, no pit exit assist, no DRS assist, and no ERS assist, as it is raining. I thought I've seen the stripes earlier, but now it's confirmed it is raining. And this will really hurt guys like Trumpers and Arctic, who are on older tires and thus are losing grip. As we do have a spin from Presimu. He is reversed, he is going to get back. No disqualification, no damage, and he's back on track. On very hard. Now don't worry Daniel, you did really well on your race. So, and Arctic has spun out on the weather. He was on his way to confirm podium and he has now spun it and is losing place after place. And he does make contact because he comes on track very dangerously. That was your own fault, Arctic. That was really your own fault. Meanwhile, Presimu is drifting around like crazy because he's lost his front wing. And now out of the 13 drivers, basically 14 if we count Trucker, only 6 are going to finish. Maybe less if Presimu now crashes himself out. And there are now some people on inters, and this might help. As there's a lot of debris there. It's now very important for Strumpus to not lose too much time out in the weather. It's only 1.5 laps to go. And he's staying out on those hards. And I don't think he will hold very long against Benny. Benny easily overtakes Marlino. And now the hunt is on. It's only 12 seconds. Trumpus across the line starts his final lap. But the tires are just unpredictable in this weather, and being on 19 lap old hards is not helping him. You could see Benny in the background there. Arctic Scroll has left the session. Trumpers pushing it real hard on our Rouge. Is he crashing out? He has hit the wall, but he's still going. But there goes Benny Bruno. He retakes the lead. There comes Hits Louis. Louis didn't have the best weekend. Didn't have the best start, but right here he's shown what he's worth. Trumpers doesn't even take the corner. Still runs pretty wide. Obviously bad run tires and no win is just recipe for disaster. He looked set to take the win. He resets to track, which is not allowed, by the way. So it's that I can't report anything, but reset to track. He might hold on to third, but I personally doubt it. But this is a horrible weekend for Trumpers. Ben really did something today. In the meantime, Trumpers is going to fall to 5th. Because there is Rue. There is Marino. Where is Marlino? He's still allowed to defend his position. Let's be clear on the rules here. He is allowed to fight for the position. If there was a position to fight for. He will get P5. But really, today was Benny Bruno's day. A really great drive from the Alpine driver. Amazing race. Trumpers has retired. He has given up his 5th place. Because Presemu, who's still driving, will take that. I don't know if he literally gave it up. Meanwhile, Red Bull pushes Alpine. But I don't know if he just gave that up because he didn't bother anymore in the final part, or did he perhaps forget that Presemu was still racing and thought he will get P5 anyway? Because if that's the thing, he has just thrown some points away, which could have helped him, but they are now Presemu's. And also retiring on track without an incident is not really what you need to do. Meanwhile, Presemu wants to spin. And he is now finished. Really not your best race, mate, to end it with a spin. But you did pretty well. You didn't DNF in this shitfest of DNF, so that's the race. We have seen a terrible race from some people, a great race from some people, a hectic start. Obviously Trumpers, he would have had to win if he just pitted, but he wanted to finish on those old hards. I don't know why. If he didn't do that, he could have easily had won. Daniel, you did better than me in my first league race, so that's something. But we have Benny Bruno on who won. We have Louis, Rune, Marlino and Presemu who finish out the top 5. Then we have from the DNFs, Trumpers and Arctic Scroll. I think Arctic is still going to get counted. No, Arctic isn't. Trumpers is. No, Arctic is being counted. Then we have X3s, Daniel, MBMA, Dan, Swifty and Trichy, who were not counted anymore. So yeah, that was the race today. A very hectic Belgium GP, as we're used from Spa. And let's go on to round 6, which is, let me check, calendar, which is Saudi Arabia. So next week, Thursday, same time, we will head to Saudi Arabia. Let me check, will it be a normal weekend? It will be a normal weekend with a short qualifying session and the race. So no weird sprint races, nothing of that. Let's see, the points only go to those classified, I think. So if you didn't get classified, you probably will not get points, but you should ask Sietze Bauma or Reaper do that. Yeah, I really saw that. I even said there was a really bad re-entry, an illegal one even. But go to steward submission, submit it in the right format, and the stewards will have a look at it. And believe me, the stewards will take a good decision on that. I trust them in that. But for all of you, have a very good week, and I hope to see you next week.